Hi, how's it going? You are listening to the Dew Sweepers. Now listen, the Dew Sweepers is all about that early morning, okay? We're talking golf, we're talking life. Every Wednesday when the sun comes up, you know the Dew Sweepers are going to be there for you. Clever name, Dew Sweepers, if you think about it. The dew is on the grass in the morning, you see. And these guys are sweeping it up. Morning, birds, get the worm. And the worms are all about the Dew Sweepers. Every Wednesday, you should be listening. And since you are listening, you're about to enjoy the hell out of what you're about to hear. Have a great day. Cheers.
All right, well, everybody's here, so we will kick this thing off. Ryan, thank you for joining us tonight, whatever
My pleasure.
day this is.
My pleasure.
What's that? Your pleasure?
I'm gonna switch my pleasure.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch this to the phone part, and then I'm gonna get a charging cable because I just realized that otherwise my phone's 100% gonna freaking die.
Okay.
Hold please.
It is now midnight and we have almost started. Okay.
It is the Monday before Christmas.
It is.
While he's getting that charger, you guys got all your shopping done?
Rink a dink dink. No,
Yes,
girl,
sir.
Saint Nink. No,
I
never.
still haven't finished my shopping yet.
Hey, did you get your wife that vibrator I told you about?
No, I did not, Cam. No,
Boy, I turned speaker on at the wrong time.
yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Talking about Christmas presents, I still haven't got all mine done yet. But
Didn't you get her like a? It was a whippersnapper. Like,
Didn't you get her a panini
Ninja
maker?
something?
No,
I got her
air
like a-
fryer.
Yeah, I got her one of those, but she knows she got it though. I told you a story about how she found out, right?
Yeah, you told on the podcast.
When I was drunk and came home on a Sunday night, I'm like, "What the hell came from Bed Bath and Beyond? I didn't know anything from Bed Bath and Beyond." And I'm like, I bought it off eBay.
Did you get her a
and they
vacuum?
Pro move. Yeah, and I'm like, it came off eBay and it came in a Bed Bath and Beyond.
Wow.
She's like, "Well, I know what that is," so she knows she's getting one. We were at lunch. She's like, "Man, it'd be nice to have an air fryer to warm these fries up and get home tonight." I'm like, "Too bad we don't have one." She's like, "Shut up." So she knows she got that at least. So, but
Say, hey, bitch, I bought you a house
yeah, well, yeah, that's another part of it. But
in my parents' basement.
Ryan, so thanks for joining us yet again. Why don't you give us a little background on yourself? You are Ryan.golfs on Instagram, correct?
Yeah. I'm Ryan.golfs on Instagram. New picture is me with like a heart because I'm lovable. Mostly. It's actually just because I like that shirt, because the Bill Murray shirt is amazing, and it divides, it crosses divides and language barriers. It's a good shirt. So the Bill Murray shirt is really why I went with it. But yeah, Ryan.golf. So background. Where do you want to start?
So let's.
You don't have to go all the way back, but
yeah, let's go back to like how'd you start
go way
golfing?
back.
Were you like
So when
4
your
years
parents
old
loved
when you
each
picked
other?
up a club, or how'd you get into golf?
So the first time I ever stepped on a golf course, I think I was 8. Yeah, I think I was 8. And my dad handed me, my dad was going to play in a tournament and up at McKenzie River, and we were living in Eugene at the time, Eugene Springfield at the time, up in Oregon. And my dad handed me a 5-iron. It was a Ping I2 5-iron. I'll never forget it. And a single golf ball. And they had it was an 18-hole course, but the tournament was on 9 holes. So he goes, here's a golf ball, here's a club. If you come back with both, then I'll bring you again next time. Right? That was literally all he said. Now, bear in mind, this is a course on a river. So keeping that golf ball was, it was difficult. But anyway, so I did that. I really liked it, but we were poor, and my mom was like, you know what? I don't think we can afford for you to play golf. You need to stick to football and basketball. So that's what I did. So we stuck to football and basketball. One of my best friends, Todd, played all through high school. It was all everything into college, and tried to get me in it. Wasn't interested. Did football, did sports, and then I was working. So I had gotten into entertainment I used to be an entertainer for a living. Not that kind of entertainer.
What kind of entertainment, Ryan?
With the clothes on or with the clothes off?
With the
He
clothes
used
on,
his
'cause nobody wants
tongue
to see that.
Oh, wow.
If you really do.
to
William
sing.
has nothing on me. William Hung has nothing on me.
Legitimately.
My stage show was William Hang. You know.
Okay.
To the
William
left or to
Too
the
Anyway,
right?
Hung.
no, I used to. So I was a professional opera singer for 8 years. That's what I used to do for a living.
Oh,
That
wow.
was my first career. Go fun.
Incredible.
It's just weird. It's so it was a lot of fun. My last professional show was I sang backup to Andrea Bocelli at his Christmas concert at the MGM Garden Arena, and I literally did the show. I came out and I looked at Allie. We had just gotten married, and I was like, "I'm done," and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm done. We're gonna go find something new." And
Big Dick
Too much
Ryan
later.
telling it how it
Yep.
is.
I was like, "This boy's gonna be honey." And
Damn.
2 months later, I started a sales and marketing company. But I got into golf. There was a time I was working on staff at a church as a pastor, and then I was also still singing professionally and gigging and stuff. And because I was at the church, like I'd done other drugs before, but not really like cigars or anything normal. And so when I
Love
got-
how
when I
that's
got
how
a
you lead into that. I've never ever heard of that in that way before.
The way
ever.
you preface
Like,
this,
I
I
just
really
did
want to hear where
cigarettes.
this is going.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there and we're getting ready to go to our pastor's retreat. And it was my first one, and our senior pastor was like, "Hey, there's two groups. You can either go bowling or you can go golfing, right?" And I at the time I still hated golf. I think secretly I was bitter with my mom. I was like, I hate golf. It's a stupid sport. I'm not interested. Old men, no thanks. And it was like that or bowling, and all the women went bowling, and all the men went golfing. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so I actually signed up for the bowling, and my boss at the time, the head youth pastor, his name was Chris Duncan. If he was an inch shorter, he'd have been round. He was an amazing individual, smoked a ton of cigars, drank whiskey, from Indiana, managed all the worship and kids stuff, most of the kids ministries at a church of like 10,000 people, which is where we worked. So it was like a big church. And anyway, so he goes, "Hey, you don't have to golf, just come smoke cigars with me." And I was like, are you providing the cigars? He said, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's go." So we went, and that was what got me in. So I started playing just because it was the only place I could smoke cigars and not get shunned from the church. So that was why I started playing golf. My first driver was a King SZ 400, I think, a Cobra. That it was like the loudest one on earth.
Loudest
that
one.
was my first
Doesn't that title go to the Nike Sasquatch?
Or the
That's-
Hybor.
that's up there.
Hybor's got the-
Oh,
Hybor
Hybor was
XL.
so good, man. I had that shit in
It was
high
a good
school.
driver. If you didn't hot mount that thing, it was a piece.
I didn't know what hot
It was a
melt
little loud.
was.
That's true. Wait, you just stick glue in there? Got it.
I had to stick what in there?
All right. Yeah, exactly. So I did that. Fast forward, I got back into golf when I left entertainment. I had a consulting company, and one of the places I signed on for was a place called Help Me Swing Golf. It was a tour shop in Vegas, and they couldn't afford to pay me what I really needed and what I deserved. So instead, we split it, and then they agreed to actually get me Mitchell certified on repair work and teach me, all the things about how to do lessons. And the guy there was the pro that was there was phenomenal. He's still active. He was an Eddie Marin's kid, so he grew up playing all over the West Coast and really good. And so I got into it really heavily then. And at the same time, Scotty G, if you know him on Instagram, Scotty Garrison, was leaving. And he came in and he actually did my last bits of training and then made friends with him. And then that's how I met Chang and the rest of these clowns. Like, it's just weird how it all comes full circle. But anyway, so I got into golf then, and then that was it. I played in China when I lived in China. I was obsessed. I played like 20 courses in China. It was
wow.
phenomenal. And clubs are a lot more expensive over there. I bought, what did I have? I had Yamaha, the Impress.
There we
Series?
go. To the ball,
So
Ben.
DJ
Fuck.
J Spec. Oh God, dude. By the way, let's just take a minute and say
I'll
a
mute
prayer
him.
for
I
Juju
just muted
TikTok.
him because I'm the host, so I just
No,
muted Cam.
no. Let's say a prayer for Juju Smith-Schuster's TikTok. Die.
Cam, I've got to ask to unmute you, so you have to unmute yourself now.
I
Gotcha.
did.
So
At least he caught the ball. That stupid little.
Just get off,
So
get off
anyway.
Instagram. What? Anyway,
So you had some Yamaha golf clubs?
I got a couple Yamaha.
so
snowmobiles.
Yamaha. Oh, dude, Yamaha makes some of the best golf clubs in the world. They
Yamaha?
are they are sought after. So they make they still do. You can get them in Japan. And that's really where they're all made. The forgings are phenomenal out of the Endo Forge. So great forgings, and very expensive, like ridiculously J-Spec level expensive. You know,
Like
not
$2
like
grand an
Honda
iron?
Gold expensive.
No.
No, like I think I paid for the whole set. I think I paid. This is in 2007. I paid $1,200 for a set of golf.
Okay.
Irons.
Gotcha.
So it was a lot back then. I think at the time, like the 710 MBs were going for like
700,
$600.
$600.
Yeah, 600-700, something like that.
So about
God,
double.
Can you believe that used to be a time?
I was
Makes
side
sense.
note, speaking of used to be a time, I was cleaning out my grandma's house today. We're moving in there and going through her drawer. I found a CD
Ooh,
sheet from
kinky.
a bank from 1999. The bank sent out a newsletter for their CD investment rates, and their
Okay.
6-month CD was 4% on a 6-month CD from the bank. I was like, what in the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, so a 1-year regular
get that?
CD was a 4.10% interest rate with a minimum amount of $500 in 1999. It's like, holy shit! Can you imagine putting something in a CD for 4%? Yeah. So
Oh
the
my
1-year
gosh.
special rate was 5%. So side note, times have
That's at least
changed.
that's like bond level. 5% is like bond level. You know, you're
Yeah.
up there with the government.
Are
Yeah.
CDs even
UNFDR.
around still?
Oh yeah, you can get CDs still.
Yeah.
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 You want one, Dean?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
CDs
I got
nuts.
Got a little green screen going, so I'm just making sure.
Is it still green?
No,
Eh,
it's
no.
not. You're good.
Yeah,
Is it,
well,
is
it's
it
gone
green
now.
screen or is it just because it's green?
I don't know.
He
He was asking about some Bitcoin. It said he was making a comeback, but I don't know.
Bitcoin was that's
Dude,
that should-
Bitcoin is making. I don't
Bitcoin.
think it's making a comeback. It just like settles for a minute and then it comes back.
Yeah, I remember it was like $5,000 for a Bitcoin. I was like, man.
It was
Yeah,
$5
that's
grand not too
25
long ago.
No, it was like
pizza's
last
looking
couple
pretty
years
bad,
ago.
huh, John?
That pizza, yeah, that fucking pizza story. Jesus, I heard a story about a guy that had a computer he threw away at one point and it had like 300 or 400 Bitcoins on it, and he went and tore through the landfill. Like he
Yeah.
rented an excavator and tore
100%.
through because it was like worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. This fucking hard drive.
So
Never
doing
found
that.
Well, it's like our own
No.
Tom. He one of his buddies was like huge into the computer world and stuff before everything, and he offered to Tom or Tim to buy like hand over fist like 10 Bitcoins for $1. And Tom was like, nah, I'll pass on it or something. Something
For
ridiculous.
$1?
Tim would have bought it.
I would buy a dingleberry for $1.
It
Like,
was-
I mean, it's a freaking.
They were
currency.
in college or something, and it was like 10 Bitcoins for $10, or it was something ridiculous. And if you ask him about it, like to this day, he still wants to kill himself over it.
Well,
Well,
thank
I
you
mean,
guys. I'm not
you
tonight,
should.
so we
Tim
can.
would have made the deal. Tim would have lived on the edge.
He wasn't Tim yet, so that's why he didn't.
He'd
do it.
already have a house by now.
Exactly. Instead he's crying himself to sleep in some godforsaken place in 31st Street.
Dude, those houses he sent me. I'm thinking, would you rather be in prison? I don't know,
Yeah,
because that's a fucking
Just
prison
good old
cell.
Tom
1,000
and
square
Mr. Clark.
feet for $300,000.
$300 a square foot.
Ugh. Ugh.
On a busy street,
He's
too.
like subletting from Eduardo's.
You can see the people fuck on either side of you in the kitchen.
And you get pizza. It's the best.
Yeah, and you get pizza. Well, I mean,
Dinner and a show.
if it's close to Nick and Vito's, but
Oh my god.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's a
so,
great neighborhood.
So anyway, you went to China, played some golf in China.
So I went to China, played some golf. It was fun. Two Girls in a Cup live, way better.
Wow.
Way better live.
Oh my god.
Way better live.
That was a
Okay.
regular Friday
And-
night over there?
Yeah, and full disclosure, if you ever go to Thailand, you don't go downstairs. Like
Oh.
ever. Okay? Just don't. It may look like a good time, and then you look up and
It's
you get
Lady
shit on.
Boy. Oh,
Nope, and then you get shit on.
Yeah.
And then you get shit out.
Oh,
Like literally on clear, like right above you.
Like a hot,
feel-
like a
I
hot
feel like-
Carl.
Come here.
Like a hot
Like
Carl.
like putting your
Jesus,
head on
what
the
is this, American Psycho with your hot Carl? Like, fuck.
Dude,
No. Dude,
we
you,
went everywhere.
how can you not
we had-
smell that before you
Ugh.
go
And you were
downstairs?
so and Ryan, you were traveling to
No, they don't
these,
do it there. It smells nice down there. They do it above you in like and then there's like a
it's a glass
plexiglass
floor and they shit on the floor.
Yeah, they shit on the floor.
It'd be like having
What did
a
I-
glass end
John
table and
would
you slide
know
underneath
that.
of it and your
Yeah,
wife
John
shits
White.
on the end table.
Yeah, John, why do you know this?
Exactly.
Because there was a story going around about a guy that was like would like love to. He had a clear glass like coffee table, and it was used for. He would slide underneath of it and had his head there, and his wife or girlfriend would shit on the coffee table, and he's just like, it was one of
Can
his
you
keys.
imagine? Can you imagine? He sets down a coaster. No, he doesn't even use a coaster. He sets down his whiskey glass.
Oh.
Can I get a coaster, man?
Oh yeah, Mhm.
No, this one's got a brown stain. You must have gotten covered.
Oh my, what? So anyway, what were you doing in Asia at the time?
We are a
So-
pooping podcast.
So Ryan in Asia was an experience that lasted a lifetime. It
Mm.
really lasted like a year, just about almost 2 years. And so I was still doing ministry. I convinced myself I was going to leave entertainment, and then on a whim, it's funny. My stepdad, my parents ended up getting divorced like right after I got out there. My now stepdad is the one that convinced me to go, now I know why, right? I didn't take my mom. So anyway, he convinced me to go, and it was the right choice. I managed all of the entertainment at the Venetian Hotel when we launched the Venetian Hotel.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
Casual.
when I went out there for that, we launched the Venetian Macau, opened it up. Here's something for you. Talking about money. First quarter, you ready for this? We did $12.75 billion in gambling revenue in the first quarter.
My brain can't
We did-
comprehend that much money.
What year was
Literally
this?
more. This is in 2007. We literally did more than the city of Las Vegas does in a year in the first quarter.
Wow.
It was
Fuck.
insane.
This is like
So,
if you've
yeah,
ever
like-
seen the movie.
Sheldon, like,
What was the movie?
What was your commission on that?
yeah, not enough.
Not enough.
A 64th of
shit on
a
the floor.
64th of a percent.
That was like the movie The Big Short when they're walking out with
Oh,
the investment
God.
bankers out
Yeah.
there. Then that was like the
Oh,
year
yeah.
where you were there, where like money was thrown around
Oh, my
like
God.
no object.
It was everywhere. Dude, it was everywhere. Dude, they were paying me. So I walked into that job. They were paying me $140,000 a year,
in
do this job.
2007.
2007, and I was like 23 or something.
Oh
like that.
my
I don't know.
God.
23,
God.
24.
Oh my god.
And I think it was 23 or 24. So I'm there in 2007. They're paying me $140,000 plus they paid 13,000, which is a rough equivalent. Was it 13,000? Yeah, no, 13,000. Yeah, 13,000. So roughly the equivalent of $6,000 a month they covered in rent free of charge, so that they didn't.
You
have
could
to
have
put me up
lived
for-
there.
No, so we lived in the hotels the first like 3 or 4 months.
That's the
And then
point, John.
And then I came to him and I was like, my buddy and I came to him. We were like, hey guys, how about instead of like putting us in these hotels, you just give us a stipend? And they were like, okay, how much do you want? We were like, $5,000. They were like, 6 will do. So it's like
God.
$5,800 a month. So we rented a penthouse that overlooked the South China Sea. It was are you there? It overlooked the South China Sea. We were on the 25th floor, and every freaking night, I got 40% off the Davidoff. So every single night I would go upstairs at Johnny Walker Green, and I would have a glass of Johnny Walker Green, a cigar, and a quarter of a Cadbury chocolate bar every night for like almost 2 years. It was awesome.
Sounds incredible.
How's your liver?
It was. I don't know. Liver's still recovering, but but so I came home from my now wife, which ended up working out, because if it hadn't, I'd have been really upset. And then I got into golf because she drives me crazy.
So you gotta get out of the house.
Right, Allie. Did you hear that? It's the
She'll
woman
agree, don't
gene.
worry.
No,
That's awesome.
But yeah,
That's
so then
that's a
God.
crazy
yeah,
full
everything
circle story right there.
I'd never leave that, dude.
That'd be
China
hard.
was I could spend days.
Except it's fucking China. So there's that.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. Zhuhai was incredible. So for my birthday, we did like a special birthday trip to Zhuhai, which is right across the border, and we rented out this go-kart like track. It sounds normal, except it's six stories underground. Okay, in a
Sounds about
rebuilt
normal.
like, what do you call it? Like the parking centers that are like underground.
Yep.
You know, it's like an underground parking center. They rebuilt it into a track.
Chinese
And
Tokyo
they are
Drift.
gas go-karts, Tokyo Drift, no rules, don't die.
So you get high
So
off
we
the
took
fumes and you go
30
race go-karts.
Oh my
And then
God.
you see
We were
Toretto, and
hammered.
then he fucking kills
Yeah,
you.
we were hammered. So like, we're there for my birthday. We brought 30 people. We had 2 broken arms. It was nuts.
What?
It was
Oh my
absolutely nuts.
Any of you guys?
So the
read
Venetian
waiver?
This was so I'm kind of confused right now. So this is after you're in China after working the Venetian for a year?
No, I'm still there. I was still working.
So you're working at the Venetian in Macau?
In Zhuhai.
Oh, okay. I
Zhuhai.
thought it was like the Venetian in Vegas is where you were working at.
I worked at both. I worked at
Okay.
both.
I'm
But
so
I'm
the
sorry.
Venetian
I'm
Tower
sorry.
sucked.
China,
Timelines.
Vegas.
So
Timeline screwed up.
yeah, so I know I'm family friends with Mark Brown, who was the president of the hotel, the Venetian Macau, out there.
Gotcha.
That's how I got the gig.
So it pays to know people.
That's what I've
dude, we're
realized
from
in
Chicago.
life.
I grew up in Chicago, by the way. So I grew up in Mount Prospect. Arlington
What?
Heights.
That's not Chicago.
Yeah. True. I mean, I would normally not say Chicago, but I mean,
Do you have a North
Everybody else
Normandy
is like-
Ave address? That's
Whoa!
not Chicago.
What the
know, somebody-
fuck? Why are we putting our address
I
out
tried to
there?
put that
Austin,
into the
bleep
thing,
that
and
out.
it was like N Normandy, and it was like rejected. You can't possibly live that far downtown.
Yeah, that's like I think that's like the pooping street.
We didn't give the house number, but I mean, another episode we'll tie them together, and you can send gifts to Austin and Tom.
It's literally on every
Right.
order
It's
from the
Tom.
shop.
You
You
by
can
the
send
way.
them
Austin
bags
Dean.
of shit and light it on
Yeah.
fire.
So you want to hear a fun story? That guy behind you. Are you ready? I think I'll send you the picture. I have the picture somewhere. So he was a member at Las Vegas Country Club as well. The guy
Oh,
behind
Chris
Austin.
Bryant.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa,
And
yeah, you.
we're on. So this is during COVID, right? So the
He
first
forgot your name, Austin. That's why I said you.
It says his name at the bottom of the video, and he couldn't be bothered to read it.
so we go the first week of COVID. This is like the first week of April or something like that. Our club was like the only one still open because it was super private and they couldn't tell us what to do. So we go out there, and I'm out there on the putting green, and I got my white 13s on, and I'm not looking up or anything. And this guy walks up to me, saunters over, big long gangly saunter, comes over, and he goes, "How much you want for those whites?" And I was like, "What?" I look down, he's got the white and blue 13s, and I was like, "Oh damn, those are sweet, white blue 13s." I look up, I'm like, "Oh shit, you're Chris Bryant." I literally said it like that. And he goes, he started laughing. He was like, "Yeah, my dad's a member." I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Dude, you got to get the red ones because I heard you're going to the Cardinals." He was in
I hope he
contract.
was wearing his ring.
hell at the time. Yeah. And he wasn't wearing his ring, but he's such a cool dude. His dad. I'd met his dad before. I'd never met him, so it was fun to meet him. But cool dude. Not as tall in person.
Really?
So you're a big.
never
That's
are.
a great segue into. You're a pretty big sneakerhead when it comes to golf shoes, and you've done some reviews on Instagram for Short Par 4. Hashtag no free ads. But you've done some shoe reveals for them. Are you pretty?
Said
Sorry,
appreciate it.
Cam. Are you pretty excited for next year's?
Got to go to an ad read
fours.
for ball sack. Tom, where are you at? Gotta read for ball sack.
Tim, get over here.
Yeah,
Tim.
read our ad. Damn it.
I am. So next year, are you talking about next year's fours?
Yeah. 2021.
So I'm medium on the fours because I already saw all the colorways for the whole next year. And there's one that's going to come out in April that's not a non-masters that's really sick. But
White cements.
other than that, yeah, it's
cements.
non-masters. It's I'm trying to think of. I don't even know if it ties. It's a special release. It's got a speckled sole though. It's totally
Yeah.
badass.
Those
So
ones
the
Pat
speckled
Perez had
sole,
last year,
I'm
right?
excited. Yeah, so I'm excited about the speckled sole. Other than that, the other colors were like, but because they got such a weird vibe from everybody about the fours, because everyone was like, they ended up coming back, and there are going to be 4 drops of 5s next year that are
Oh, really?
all super limited, and they're not tied to a major. They're going to be at random
Good.
times.
That's
They
awesome.
have an all silver coming, pretty sick. All 3M
So for the
Oh,
common
so-
person,
For the 5s, you said?
for the 5.
So I bought a pair of 5s because I dipped my toe in the Jordan game. My wife said, "You're a fucking idiot. Those don't look good on you." And I bought like a random pair of
That hat doesn't
5s
look
on
good on you
eBay.
either.
They were all 3M, like the original ones they did with the all 3M. So I know what you're talking about. Those I loved them. Those 5s.
So those are coming out to golf.
so for
I
the
would put-
common
yeah.
man, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna put some like golf kicks, spikes in those things and rock
Yeah.
those.
I
when
can't
walk-
buy these because I wear them and I fuck them up.
Wait, you jumping
Well,
creeks.
so you need to send them to Yo. So there's a guy. So Yo's Shoe Cleaner. It's located in Orlando.
Mhm.
And if you send it there, he will clean your shoes.
Yeah, but
and
like
these
shoes- these shoes can't come
I
back.
fucked them up.
You jumped in a creek.
So my biggest,
Well, I mean, those
well,
weren't
you do what
Jordans.
you gotta do. Yeah. So I've been in a kick. So I like the Jordans. I collect a ton of Nike shoes. I collect Cole Haan dress shoes because in the real world I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud because I look like such a schmuck, but I'm an executive, so I actually have to wear a suit and look nice and shit.
Executive schmuck.
So I collect Cole Haan Lunar Grands, the Zero Grands, and all the Grands, and then I have a ton of G4s still, and I've got probably 11 pairs of FootJoy Professionals that I'll occasionally probably never ever bring out again because they're so heavy. And then, but the newest shoe that I'm playing and I'm gaming now is the Victory Tour, and it's funny because I hated it when it first came out. And I feel like they run small, so I took the insoles out and I put leather in, and it's way better.
So you're talking the
So
Victory Tour, the
Tour-
Nikes that have like the square
The
that comes
Rory
down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ones that Rory wears. So they're like the more proper looking. But the reason I like them is the React foam is really cool, is really comfortable, and then the sole is so good at keeping you on the ground. It's like very, very aggressive spikes. So yeah, so big fan
Yeah.
of those. Got the Pebbles.
I've
I
got
got
a pair
the-
of those
I got
that I
the
got for
silver.
$20 locally at the Ross behind me that are
Are
brand
they the
new.
Miami? Are they the Miami ones?
No, I wish they were Miami ones, but they're just all white. I paid $20 for them, so I'll have to try them out.
You
I
can't
would
go wrong.
no, I
Go
was
wrong.
using them as rain shoes, but I'll
Yeah.
have to try them out now. I saw a
Yeah,
guy had a
public
pair of
service
those with the
announcement.
leather uppers, and they look super sick in person. Like online, I don't think I'd ever buy them, but I saw them on the course, and that leather brown upper is
Mhm.
really, really nice
Oh,
with the
that's so
white.
cool. All right.
Yeah,
New
the
topic.
one with the Gators too. Yeah, the ones with the Gators too were sick. Public service announcement: Burlington Coat Factory has received over 10 size runs of B version Jordan 5 Fire Reds.
Cam,
Public
there you
service
go.
announcement:
Why?
$89.
But
Wow.
why?
Because they're B runs.
So they were ones. So the B. So B. Most people don't know. B version shoes actually do exist. So basically, any size runs that they have that don't quite meet the spec, they drop as B versions and they sell through, those guys.
So any of the shoes
Man.
that we get at like a Burlington or a Ross or a TJ Maxx, those are usually B run shoes. Then you're saying?
They usually have some defect on them.
Gotcha.
Oh, I never knew that.
Didn't know that.
So
Interesting
on top of
information.
looking great on the golf course, Ryan, you're actually pretty damn good too, right?
No,
I thought you were pretty good.
I'm horrible. I'm officially back up
Sometimes.
to a 5.9.
Oh,
horrible.
shut the fuck
5.9.
up.
Yeah,
You
horrible.
are
Get the hell
fucking
outta
done.
here.
This episode's over. Fucking liar. Get the fuck out of here.
You a
5.9, my
sandbagger?
fucking
Hey,
asshole.
I've been
Go
playing
get
pro
shit
bad.
on
I've been
back
playing
in
pro
China
bad.
land. You're out. No fucking way.
I'm so
Liar.
horrible. I can't hit
Liar.
a driver.
Liar.
No,
Oh,
you
fuck
can't. You cannot
liar.
say you can't hit driver on this
Liar.
podcast with me on this
Liar.
podcast. That
Liar.
is impossible, Ryan.
Liar.
You cannot say I
Liar.
cannot hit driver with me
Liar.
talking to
So
you.
here's the deal. It just so
Liar.
happened that I've played a lot of courses lately from the back, and I've not played my best.
It's
And
called
they've been
golf.
really hard courses.
It's fine.
know?
You're fine.
I mean, it was so. I think so. Yo beat me at. So we played Sawgrass last week. He beat me. Was last week? God, was that a weekend ago? 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
He beat me by 1. He shot 78. I shot 79. And then we played Bay Hill, and we both shot 78. But here's the difference in our 78s. I had 1 birdie, and I shot 78. Yo shot 78 with 5 birdies. He also had a lot of doubles.
Wow.
He's like, go for broke. That's how this guy plays. And I don't know how to do that. I don't have like that bone in me. I can't do that. I'm just like, fairway, just off the green, chip it up. Oh, 1 putt. Great. Cool.
So you're
Easy
good
game.
at golf and look great while you're doing it.
You're not a
I'm
5.9.
decent. I'm a solid 5.9.
Hey, guess what? Guess what you're gonna be at my next tournament.
Remember guest season, bro.
You're gonna be a 1.5, 2 at my next
1.5?
tournament. How about that? Yeah.
I love it. So let's see here. Decent at golf. This year was a good. So 2020. Let's see. 2019 was a fun year because it was like my first tournament year. So I played a bunch of member guests, played in Steve's events, played in other things, and I had my first hole-in-one in 2019, end of 2019, Alawai in Oahu. Just put the wife on a plane. Picked up my engineering meetings for a little bit, and 163 yards with an 8-iron. And we searched for my ball for 5 minutes before we realized it was in the cup. It was the little old lady. There was like a little Hawaiian lady that was playing with us too, and she like walked over. She goes, "You play Wilson? You play Wilson?" Yeah, Wilson number 2. She goes, "In the cup," and then walked away. I was like nothing happened. I was like, I'm throwing my clubs. I'm freaking out. You know.
That's so you didn't get to see it drop.
So we heard it. I watched it hit the flag, and then it looked like it kicked, like it looked like it hit the flag and then ricocheted. So I was super pissed off because I was like, I should have made a hole-in-one. They ricocheted over there. Totally didn't. It just like destroyed the cup. So that was a fun year. And then this year was my year at getting better at golf. So I think the lowest I got to this year was like a 1.9. And consistently shooting like 75, 75, 77. I had a couple of good rounds. I had a tournament round.
That's what I do, but yet I'm still a 0.4. So how do I get to that? You cheater.
Well, you see, yeah. So you have to play a lot of other courses that are also hard and then have bad days.
Oh, last time I checked, Sweetens wasn't easy.
No. But and this was my problem I had this last year. This is why I
don't play well on easy courses. That's my problem.
Correct. So like I play like crap. So
oh my God! How did they just? Sorry.
So I've been doing this thing. So I've been doing these like videos with Kevo, right, where we go like do stories and shit.
Oh yeah. The matches.
And we're playing like 6,300 yard courses and 6,400 yard courses. So I'm like just like, and I didn't have my mirrors at the time; they were in the shop. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna play a new set every week and see if he can beat me.
That's what I do.
Like, and he did. He beat me 2 weeks in a row.
Dude, just blast driver everywhere.
Well, I couldn't when I had the persimmon. And
blast driver everywhere.
I didn't bring.
We're not as good as Cam. It's okay, Ryan. Give him shit right now. Just you can dive in.
I need to go back to playing it.
You should.
Like full time.
If I could. So I played the persimmon at the Steez and Tees Invitational, in the tournament.
Yeah.
And I absolutely roped it. I mean, it was phenomenal. 230 yards, persimmon. Mm-hmm. Need to be in the middle of the fairway, persimmon. You know what I mean? I was like, 2-iron, why are you here? What happened?
Yeah, I still keep it in the bag, but don't use it very often.
Yeah.
Until we go back to banding.
If you crazy bag question, would you take your 2-iron out and put your persimmon in there and rock a persimmon and a regular driver? So if you had to hit a fairway straight, you would run.
That's what I do every single round.
That's what I did. Yeah, so I had my regular driver, I had my persimmon, and then I still had my 2-iron, and then I was just playing 2 wedges. So, and then I took my 3-iron out. So, and that, I think if I want to find another one like my persimmon, at least like I'm going to get it flexed and like figure out what the actual CPM is and all that stuff, because I absolutely destroy it. And then I'm going to get one like it, and then I probably will play it as my 5-wood. Like, because I would say a persimmon club as a 5-wood is perfect, because most modern 5-woods go too far. So most guys and people don't realize, like, they go, oh, well, if you're hitting a 5-wood from 230 yards, you should be, if you're 230 yards out and you're better than an 11, you should be expecting to hit near or on the green from 230 yards. And if you don't have a club that can do that, then you need to go get yourself a 7-wood.
Yeah, see, it's just a crapshoot from 230 for me. I'll hit a 5-iron down
Well,
there.
that's the gap it's the gap that nobody pays attention to.
Did you
So
say you hit
everybody's
a
like,
5-iron
my
from
wedges.
230?
Yeah, I'll hit it like 200 yards and chip on.
And then just chip on. Yeah, exactly. Well, so when I didn't have when I don't have my persimmon, or I don't have my 5-wood, which is almost like a 7-wood, it's like a 20-degree 5-wood, then that's what I'll do, because I'm more confident that I could do that and make par than if I try to like baby a 2-iron. Like, it's never going to happen. I'm going to end up skull fucking it to the
Well,
other
it's
side of the
because
earth.
you can't hit it high enough.
Well, exactly. I don't have enough fluff.
Yeah.
So
I do the
feel
same
like
thing. I just
people-
choke down on a 4-wood.
Yeah. Well, in Cam, you'll probably find this interesting and may even agree. You may not. I don't know. I am a believer, and after years of fitting people, doing it for a job, living in that world, the worse you are, the more loft you need. And yet, game improvement clubs are super strong lofted.
Yeah.
And they provide no forgiveness whatsoever on flight. Like, it's amazing. So I've got 2 buddies in Vegas that I convinced of this. They both put in old standard lofts, so like 48-degree pitching wedge, right?
Mhm.
And all of a sudden they're playing the best golf they've ever played. And they're like, it goes so straight. And I'm like, yeah, because you get an extra 1,000 RPMs of spin on that puppy, and it's not going to move,
Mhm.
And you just take 1 club extra if you got to go further.
Yep.
So I'm much in the other camp where I say I want people to play I want you to play the weakest loft you can, or the
Get in
strongest
the
loft
air.
you can
Control.
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 Yeah,
it.
the strongest loft you can control. And so most people spend too much time looking at how many wedges they have, but not enough time figuring out from 200, maybe even from like 185 to like 230, how many clubs do you have? Because if you don't, I'd rather have 3 or 4 clubs for that gap, even though I don't have it that often. So when I do get it, I can capitalize. I can make a wedge go. I can, yesterday I played, I used my pitching wedge for everything from 100 to 140 and only, right?
Mhm.
And probably even closer to 90. So I was practicing flip wedges and, all kinds of, and so I can make all that work. I don't need extra help there. I don't want to carry another wedge. I want 2 wedges and then the rest of my shiz.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll
Week
make
long.
sure when I come to Florida in February, and if we get together, that I'll meet up with you after 5 days of golfing without you guys, so that I can like warm up for the first 5 days with customers that don't care and don't give a shit.
Over under how many drives you get off the tee higher than a foot?
Oh,
Less than 4.
Well, I'll get
I
like
was
the
gonna say
5-inch
4.5.
tees. I'll get the 5-inch tees. I'll get the tall tees, and we'll get them off.
Dude,
the
if
ground.
you just hit, I'm going to build you a 2-iron. I'm going to build you a 1-iron. If
A
you just had a
1-iron.
1-iron, you'd be like an 8, maybe a 5.
Ryan, do you
Like,
remember
you'd
a
be so much
conversation
better.
on Instagram?
I'll eat my own
Yes.
fucking diarrhea if John becomes a 5 with a 1-iron.
How long? How long? How long?
How long will you
This is-
continue to do this?
This is good
How
content.
long I'll eat my diarrhea?
No. How long
It's like
does
a
he have?
one-time thing,
No.
fucko.
How long does he have to become a 5?
24
What?
months.
Are we really making this a thing where I'm gonna eat diarrhea
You
when
said
John
it.
won't
No,
even
no.
drink a Four Loco? Like, go fuck yourself.
Actually, I've got one upstairs in the fridge right now.
All right, well, go drink it.
Anyway,
You haven't drank Four
Exactly.
Loko? What's wrong with you?
He owes
I
us
mean,
like
I was
4.
wait. Honestly, I was gonna drink one tonight if Tom was on, but Tom's not on, so I can't drink one tonight.
I
What
was-
does he
I
need to
was
hold your
early-
hand while you do it?
You sound
Austin,
I was
nice
a-
you
I
pipe
was a
in for the
Four
last 30
Loko
minutes.
early adopter.
What's that?
How,
You're
how
really
long will it
adopted?
take for John to be a 5? All right, I'll give him 6
Never.
months.
No, never. I will never be a 5. I will never. I
Not
will
with that
never be a
attitude, you
5.
won't.
I mean, I'd love to be a 9 or a 10, but I
So
will never
I'm
be
playing- So John, so I forget, where do you live? You live in
that.
Chicago?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, perfect. So you're in driving distance. So I'll tell you what, I'm coming with Johan and my buddy Clayton, and we're going to play Chicago, the Chicago Golf Club, Medina, and Mistwood.
Okay.
If you break 80 at any of those courses, then Cam What are we going to make him eat?
Why
We
do I
can't
have
make
to
him
eat
eat like
stuff?
real shit.
I mean, shit. I'd
I'll tell you
rather
what.
get
So,
a tattoo
I-
or something than eat stuff.
What he has to do is we'll take the sock that you wore when you broke 80,
Oh.
and he has to drink a Sprite filtered through the sock.
Easy. Easy. Deal.
Oh, deal.
Oh wow!
I love it. Let's do this. So don't disappoint me, because I'd like
Okay.
to see that.
I'd like to see that.
But if you don't.
But if I don't, I'll shotgun
Yeah,
another
so if
Four
you
Loko.
don't-
I'll protect
if you
6 at that
don't-
point.
No, you just
Yeah.
you have to play a full golf hole at, I mean, it doesn't have to be a nice club because we'll get kicked out. You have to play a full golf hole naked.
Oh,
Not naked. No, not naked.
Pantsless.
I'll do
Yep.
it. And
No,
I'll do
banana
it.
hammock.
I will do.
Nothing
Dude.
on your bottom half.
Okay, so I will do this.
Dude,
if
come
you
on.
guys come to Ohio, like we talked about, I will play one of the holes. It's the farthest hole from the clubhouse in a banana hammock. It's a par 4, 350 yards. I'll play in a banana hammock.
It's got to
Do
be
we
a
get to choose
TDS
the
banana hammock.
Of my choice.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
banana hammock
This
is
is
Cam's choice.
this is probably
This is
for sure
accurate.
going to happen because I'm not breaking 80. But
You're breaking 80.
Well, no, this
Dude,
is,
you're
I
gonna
mean,
have Patty. You're gonna be amazing.
this is the
They
other
don't
part
even
of it.
know.
Like, if you don't break 80 at those 3, this is what you have to do
You just
Yeah, you
have
have
to do
3
one
chances.
time at
in
one
6
of the 3.
months. Yeah.
one time.
Medina's
103.
easy.
They're rebuilding Medina number 3 for the
Yeah.
Right?
President's
Cup, yeah. Something.
All right, hold on. I have to get my charger. I'll be back.
Easy,
Be right back.
John. I mean, dude, so easy.
You could probably do it at
I've
Mistwood.
never.
I'll
broke
give you
80
5
in my
strokes.
life. I have never broke
You'll
80
prob-
in my life.
I'll give you 5 strokes.
Mistwood will be your best bet.
Yeah. Oh, pass interference, motherfucker! Yeah!
So as Cam yells, Ryan, it sounds like you've lived in many states, many countries. Out of everywhere you've lived in your young life, where would you say some of the best courses you've ever played are? To get
Ooh.
back to a little golf talk here for a second.
Eugene. Eugene's top 3. So Vegas is deceiving because Vegas has a lot of average courses that look great. Okay. So like in Vegas, there are 3 courses, maybe 4 I would play. So Cascada, Wynn, Shadow Creek, Vegas Country Club, probably my top 4.
You can play
TBC doesn't
Bali
make-
Hali or whatever it is with the.
Bali High is horrible.
Bali
it's,
High.
It's literally a parking lot. Yeah, I mean it's great if you're gonna go get drunk. It's a good first course. It's like a hey, we just got to Vegas,
Top
let's go
golf.
play golf.
Top golf's in your top 5, right?
No, I hate that.
Well, I mean, you gotta
I-
get the caddy girls at that point. Basically, the only
Yeah,
way
the
that
caddy
course is
girls,
popular
if you get-
because of the caddy girls.
Dude,
Yeah, funny,
they're
so a
just
friend of mine-
older sleuths.
Part owner of the Caddy Girls.
What's that now, Ryan?
A friend of mine is the part owner of the Caddy Girls.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she started. When did she buy in? So it used to be called something else. It was like
Flutes?
T Girls or something like that. And she bought it and then hired somebody else to do the management on the day to day. And then and she was a pastor, by the way, which is awesome. And she bought this thing, and then she would work on the weekends.
That's
I mean, this is
fucking
literally
hilarious.
like a stripper story, but not.
Wow.
But not.
Yeah, but not so. Okay, so Vegas is like so. I don't even know if Vegas. So Eugene's there. So Eugene, Springfield, or that part of the Pacific Northwest, because you have Banning gets all the love, but you have Eugene Country Club, which is a top 5 course for me. You have Tokatee, which is an amazing course. You got both Blackfeet Ranch, maybe an hour and a half away at most. You've got Shadow Hills. You've got you go a little further. You go 2 hours and you got Pronghorn. You got Crosswater. I mean, you go north and you've got Witch Hollow and Pumpkin Ridge, like just less than a couple hours away. So I'd say Eugene. But the problem with Eugene Springfield is you can only golf like 4 months a year because the rest
May,
of the time.
June, July, August, and you're done. Or
Yeah,
June,
literally.
July, August,
So I
September.
go
you're done.
almost every year. Yeah, so I go almost every year for like a week, and I play all my favorite courses, and then I go. And I'm like, hey, this is a great place, love it. Never gonna live here again. So I would say Eugene, Florida, easily. This place is ridiculous. Like, I swore I would never live in Florida, and I really like it. So
How long
I'd
you
say
been there?
Florida's there. So we moved during COVID in March.
Okay.
And I mean, I like my course. So the course you played, so Southern Hills Plantation.
Yep.
That's it's probably it's a top 5 course in the state, top 7 course in the state, and nobody even knows about it.
I loved it. It was awesome.
Right?
Beautiful course.
It's like it's crazy. Like the courses here. So we have a Donald Ross track at called Clearwater Country Club, and it is I would call it a goat track. But if you put that goat track in Vegas, it'd be like $100 a round.
Wow.
Yeah, so SoPa,
Sounds
like
like
Southern
Chicago.
Plantations, where you're at. I my first impression, we walked up to the tee box. I was like, I've never walked up a tee box where the tee box is like walking on a fucking green, and I'm teeing off. It's like a fucking putting green is what you're
It
teeing
literally
off
is. So they mow it. Yeah. So in season they mow the tee boxes green, like greens.
That's awesome.
So it
of.
is
It's crazy. I was like,
yeah,
this
and
is
the guy
not
who
normal.
owns the course owns the guy who owns the course, billionaire, owns the airport right next door.
Then you go to
And he
like
bought
Wild
it.
Woods or World Woods down the road, and you're like, what
Yeah,
the
World Woods is
fuck?
right up the road. The one that we go to all the time is called Juliet Falls. That's owned by another billionaire. And that place is up in Denellen, and it's incredible. Like if I didn't have to travel, I would totally live there. So I would say, and then you have how did I just go blank on the name? What's the one? Bernie Madoff's place in Orlando. Shoot, how did you go
The
blank on his
Pyramid?
name?
Closed.
No. It's the one. Oh God.
The scheming.
While
no,
he
it's
thinks
gonna
of
be in
this,
our- Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just saying while he
Oh,
thinks of the name of this, I looked up that Pumpkin Ridge. Can I just say how disappointed I am in that logo? You would think like
Oh,
Pumpkin
yeah,
Ridge, it would be some sort of pumpkin, right? No, not at all.
No,
But go ahead,
no
Ryan.
one
Well,
likes
Witch
seeing a
Hollow's logo
pumpkin.
is sick.
Listen, it's better
Yeah,
than their
Witch-
fucking logo now.
Go look
I
up.
haven't seen
Go
it.
look up Witch Hollow's logo.
Witch Hollows?
Yeah, Witch Hollow. Yeah, Witch Hollow is the private course at Pumpkin Ridge, where they hold the Corn Ferry finale. And
Witch
it is
Hollow Golf. Trying to find the logo.
Oh yuck.
logo check.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, is that like
Yeah,
a
but Pumpkin
blind man's mosaic? I mean, no offense to blind men out there,
Are you
but
talking about
Wow.
Pumpkin Ridge?
yeah,
I can't even find the.
Yeah.
it's not good.
I
I'll
can't
send
find
you.
the-
I'll send you a picture of the ball marker. It's sweet.
Yeah,
So theirs is cool, but
Oh,
Witch
wow.
Hollow is like the course you want to play. So, but yeah. So anyway, so Florida, I would say, I'm gonna stay inside the United States because China would be in there, but I'm gonna stay in the United States. So I would say, probably Denver next. Probably Denver next, because you have. But once again, Denver's not that dissimilar to Oregon, right?
Eugene.
People talk about like friggin' the dudes. What's his name at Colorado Golf Club? I forgot his name. How do you spell blank on his name? Colorado Golf Club guy. Anyway,
I don't remember his name. I just
I know
call
who
him
you're
that
talking
guy.
Yeah, CGB. So he represents a different look of that world, right? But in all reality, for real golf, you have 4 months a year, because the rest of the year, like you can't play normal golf because everything's frozen, and just because it's sunny outside and it looks pretty doesn't mean that you can play it. And so it's like a different kind of golf. But Arrowhead, Fossil Trace, the Cherry Creek courses, Denver Country Club, dude, it's sick.
Cherry Creek is cool.
So, oh my God, hello.
I was one I wanted to take. Anyway, so
How did you
Um,
find that when you looked at Witch Hollow?
Cam's got other buttons he hits, and that doot machine he's got.
it just
that he always
sounds like the
talks
list
about.
goes on and on, dude.
Yeah, he opens up his other
Yeah.
browser. He's like, "Oh yeah, look at this."
So yeah,
Yeah.
so lots of good golf places. Let me fast forward. What time is it? We're coming up to that. So real quick, we'll have to have the Dew Sweepers Zoom podcast. Now, at full disclosure, I'm going to keep the hashtag Lifestyle podcast, which is launching in January, soft, hard in February, to 30-minute sessions, which I don't even know how it's going to be possible to do that. But I'm going to find a way. And we're going to do 30-minute segments. And I made a specific decision not to do the video. I'm still going to do it on Zoom, I think, when I have people coming from all over, because it's just easier.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do the video part. We'll do it like so we can see each other when we're talking, but it won't be on the podcast. But I'll have to have you guys on there. We've got shameless plug. It's going to be really cool. It's like a men's journal, but for cool people.
Plug away.
Yeah.
It's like
absolutely
men's
not.
journal. It's like men's journal, but for the rest of us, right? Because I'm never gonna have 6-pack abs again. I did once, and I'll never do it again. It was way too much work. I had to run when I was in China. I was a beautiful human being, and I had to run every day, 4 miles a day, and freaking work out every night to maintain it. And I finally reached a point where I was like, "This is stupid. Who wants to do this?" You know, it's like way too much food to eat. You know, it's wasting my life. So I've moved on from that. So this is like men's journal for the rest of
Like
us.
men's journal from the common man.
Yeah. So and it's
Play,
it's kind of cool.
Playboy
So
for the
like,
common man.
Yeah, exactly. Playboy for everyone else. Never mind.
Thailand
That's definitely not
edition.
what I want to say in conjunction with this. So we're gonna do. I'm doing a variety of segments. We're gonna do one that you guys will relate to, which is gonna be called For Food, FORE. So it's hashtag For Food, FORE, FOOD, and it came from Johan. Full credit given to the wonderful Korean man that I call such a dear friend. We were driving to breakfast at Tiffany's, and he goes, I was talking about the podcast, and he goes, I'd really love to come on and do a segment on the food that you have to eat at golf courses across the country.
Ooh.
And I was like, that's a great idea.
Boom.
And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, that's a great idea. I was like, you should totally do that. It's like, you think you'd be cool with that? I was like, of course I would. It's like, yeah, please. You know, so we've lined up Stream Song. We've got Stream Song and then Pinehurst. And then I think we're going to do a tiny shout out to Waffle House and Domino's at Sweetens, because you have to. Squatchy Valley representing meth heads.
Domino's and Sweetens. Yeah, we bought like how many freaking like 30 pizzas the one night the first night.
22, I
Yeah.
think it was.
22 pizzas. Yeah, crazy.
Dude, if we opened up a Starbucks, can you imagine? We'd be fucking rich.
You'd be
you
rich
know.
when people came in town the weekends, but the rest of the week nobody'd buy
No, you need
Starbucks.
like a Starbucks. Yeah, you need like a Starbucks that in the daytime, and then at night it needs to be a sick bar.
You need
know.
you just need one person with
Starbucks
a car
Starbucks.
doing their own little version of DoorDash, and you would be a millionaire.
All right, we're gonna cut all this out so nobody steals our ideas.
You just need one person in a car
So
because
So
the
we're gonna
only
do
the only
four
people
food.
that deliver are Domino's, and they are the fucking worst.
They don't even deliver to Sweetens either.
They do.
no, you have to go get it.
No, they do. It just takes forever.
No, it told me
Yeah.
they were out of our range.
Oh no, there's one right there.
Cam's a
They-
member, so he's got that little thing when it pops up and it makes an order that it's
Just take. They just
deliver
take
for members
forever. It's
only.
awful.
Free Domino's delivery comes with the
It
membership.
comes with a membership.
Dude. I told Matt, as like he started doing those sandwiches. I'm like, Matt, don't stop. Like you will sell out.
Yeah.
Just do a local place every fucking time.
Dude, why does
You
he
could
have
just
this
do it on the
life?
weekends.
Like open up a catering business.
Well,
You
Another
can
whole
make
thing
peanut
to
butter and jellies,
manage.
and guys would buy them. Like, you
people
could make-
would
you could make
buy
peanut butter and jelly
anything
first
he
thing.
has.
Imagine like a nice
Right.
sourdough toasted with PB and J.
All right, Jesus. All they have is a fucking shed jar.
Dude,
You can put a fucking toaster and a mini fridge in there, and I
You
can
can
make
put
a
a
whip up.
toaster-
They already have a mini
mean
fridge. They don't
PB&J.
have room for a toaster because all you fuckers want like shoes and shit. So
I don't need
Yep.
shoes. I just want a toaster.
okay. That's why we'll have the E9 retreat. We'll have a full kitchen. We'll have everything.
Well, on
we'll
that
have-
note, let's roll into our final segment of the night. We've been with you
Ooh.
guys for about 45 minutes so far. We are in hot spits and loud noises. We only
2
have
more weeks, boys.
2 more weeks until the 2020 podcast from hell is wrapped up.
So I
On a
so I was
2020
thinking while I was in the shower the
Thanks
other
for
day.
interrupting me, Dean. Appreciate that.
Listen, I don't think we delete the playlist.
No,
I
we're not
think-
going to delete it. Just we're going to
No,
label it
just gonna
2021.
Never
Yeah,
ever.
that's what I'm
listen to it
saying.
Again,
I was just thinking we do Hot Spits 2.0 or something.
we can name it something different.
Sure.
I'm excited. What is this?
So,
Tell the people
Hot
what-
Spits and Loud Noises is a playlist for people that want to listen to music at the golf course. So each week we add a song.
I mean,
to
great
the
music
playlist.
except for the shit that y'all put on.
Exactly. So Cam's had
D-
songs
DMX.
removed. So we
had
basically
one
what we
song
do is we
removed.
put songs
Pretty
on
sure I'm
each
the winner.
week, and the last week we remove songs. So we debate like if you put on like a goddamn Backstreet Boys song, it gets removed once a month. We
Mine's still
remove
there.
that song. So, so we're coming up on this is the last week that we actually do editions only
Correct.
for the year.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
Ryan,
well,
this
I'm
is
out.
like
So I'm
I've got
out
an
next
addition.
week. By the way,
okay.
Hold on. Hold on, I got an addition.
It's
Let
my
me
wife's
go ahead.
birthday,
Let me get
so sorry.
That's acceptable. We
Yeah.
excuse your absence.
That's the only
We're gonna go-
only excuse I have. Looking for-
Um,
All right, so Austin, you want to go ahead and go first?
okay, good.
I'm
Dean,
ill
could
prepared,
you write
so
these
no, I
down?
do not.
I can go first. I will go with a new song, pretty hip in the TikTok world. It's going to be Trey Lewis, "Dick Down in Dallas."
Can you write these down?
Okay, well, so
Dean,
Me?
you lost
Sure.
me
You write
at
these down,
TikTok world.
and then
Listen,
send me
it's-
a text.
A comically funny song. All right, hold on.
Dick down in Dallas.
Yes, yes.
What does that even mean?
Is exactly
Who
what it
knows?
sounds
You gotta
like.
listen to this. Okay, this is like booty hole troll. What does that even mean? Like, just listen.
Oh,
to
we
the
know what
song.
booty hole troll means.
We've pumped that song more than any radio station has in the last 12 months.
All right, do an ad read for booty hole troll, Tim.
buddy, buddy,
right.
buddy, buddy.
Who's next?
I'm ready if no one else is.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Matchbox 20 Push.
Ooh.
All right, I got no hate for that. I'll take it.
Man, it's
John,
not a
you-
bad. It's not a bad option.
John, Ryan, Cam.
I'm not ready yet.
You know, Ryan, you're all right. You can come on here anytime you want.
I'll
Not bad.
so mine will be Rodman by Mike.
Rodman by Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. John, Ryan.
I am ready. I'm gonna go "Crash Into Me" by Stevie Aoki and Darren Criss.
Nice. I'm going. Let me go back to my video here. Hold on. Is it still showing?
No,
Come on,
No.
you
the
update.
cell phone logo.
Oh please.
There's that beautiful
Oh
face.
please.
Is that the China face?
Boom. No, I actually took that picture. That was my LinkedIn picture I took in Eugene.
Okay.
It was awesome. I still use it. I don't have that long hair anymore. It was great for pulling in the evening.
So our last guest edition of Hot Spits and Loud Noises of the year.
What
No
do you
pressure.
have?
Ready?
No pressure.
Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I'll accept that.
Na, 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 na.
All right.
Belt it out.
Sing
Belt
us
it out. Sing
us
it.
out.
Sing us
Take
out.
us out. Sing it and take us out.
I'll send you the C and D.
Yeah, you made me crazy.
As we leave, baby.
You made me crazy.
We in Thailand, baby.
There you go.
Oh, that's
We
it.
Gnarls
appreciate
Barkley.
you, Ryan.
Sick, dude.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on. This was
Dean,
so
take us
fun.
out.
I trimmed my mustache just for you.
Yes.
Dean, take
On
us
that
out.
note, ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas. You guys have officially made it to December. Ryan, thank you so much for hopping on with us for the past hour. Guys, make sure you check him out. It's ryan.golf on Instagram.
Golfs.
Merry Christmas, you filthy
Golf
animals.
plural. Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry. Golf's plural. Golf's GOLFS.
They'll find it.
But again, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you guys next week for the last show of 2020 with the final rendition of Hot Spits and Loud Noises, and you find out what songs we're bringing into 2021. Until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Who knows if we have a podcast in 2021? We
Get
don't know
laid
yet.
There
for
might even
Christmas,
be a surprise
baby.
next week for you guys.
Merry Christmas!
Ask for
Merry
sex. Get laid.